supplies the driver's control. But it takes far longer for the air to reach the center on the spring brake application, and in turn compress the power and release the brakes. But that's not so bad, is it? It takes a bit longer than the part brake to be released. Well, let's have a look at the service brake. As the driver applies the foot brake, it takes a relatively long time for the air to travel to the rear service brake and build up a sufficient quantity to apply the brake. Now, if you want to stop in a hurry, this is not a good thing. It could end up with serious consequences. This brake lag is also concerned when the foot brake is released. But clearly, we need to find a solution to the brake lag. How do we do this? By fitting a relay, which is a device designed to speed up the application and the release of the brakes. Let's rearrange the system with a relay to the rear service brakes and have a look at how we affect the system. Right, what we've done here is put a relay in close to the rear service brakes, and also put a reservoir in there so it's got a close by supply and compressor. Now, we only need a signal allowing the signal to get from the foot control valve to the relay much quicker than with our previous large function. When the driver applies the foot brake, the signal is sent to the relay, which in turn compress the air and opens to make the same application to the rear service brakes with the larger pipes, minimising the brake lag. And on releasing the foot brake, only the signal is exhausted, while the main air released to apply the signal gets exhausted through the relay. And that's how we solve the problem of the brake lag. Now we know the foot brake now this is like I say, parts of it. Right, when the driver releases the foot brake, the signal pressure is sent to the relay, which in turn uses compressed air to stoke the carbon as well to release the brake lag. Then, when the driver applies the foot brake, the signal is quickly exhausted and the part brake applied. This is all done with a minimal lag. Okay, so let's have a closer look inside the service brake relay and see how it works. We have a cross-section of the relay. The relays come in different shapes and sizes by different manufacturers, but they all pretty much work the same way. We have three main ports of the relay. The first is the supply port, which is connected directly to the reservoir. The relay's got a constant supply of compressed air. The second is the delivery, which goes to the rear service brake. The third is the signal port, which receives the signal. And we also have an exhaust. In the rest position with the brakes off, the exhaust port is open, the delivery plate is open to activate, so there can be no pressure left in the brake chamber. The relay valve is in the off position. When the driver makes the foot brake application, air is sent down the signal line and starts to act on the top of the piston. With pressure above the piston and nothing below, the piston moves down to seal off the exhaust port. With pressure still above and nothing below, the piston is forced down further until it acts on the inlet valve, which opens and allows compressed air from the reservoir to go to the brake chambers, applying the brakes. The valve is now in the on position. Now this is all happening very quickly, and what happens next is the air pressure has built up in the service brake chamber and the delivery line, and this pressure backs up and is felt on the underside of the piston. With equal pressure above and below the piston, the return spring on the inlet valve asserts itself and closes the inlet valve. With both the inlet and the exhaust valves closed, the relay is now in the hold position, as the pressure is held constant in the service brake chamber. So the driver has his foot lightly on the brake pedal, and we'll say the signal pressure is about 30 pounds a square inch, which means that the delivery pressure is also about 30 pounds per square inch. The driver's foot now only has two ways to go, either on more or off more. If he applies a bit more force to the brake pedal, the signal pressure will increase. The pressure above the piston will be higher than under the piston, so the piston will move down and once again open the inlet valve, which opens and allows more air to be delivered to the brake chamber. The pressure equalises and the return spring closes the inlet valve, and we once again find ourselves in the hold position. Right, this time the driver is going to remove some force from the pedal, but not all of it. The signal pressure above the piston reduces. With a higher pressure below the piston than above it, the piston is forced up, opening the exhaust valve, allowing air from the brake chambers to be exhausted through the relay. With the inlet valve closed and the exhaust open, the valve is in the off position. So when the delivery line is exhausted enough and the pressure under the piston has decreased, the pressure above acts on top of the piston, forcing it down, sealing off the exhaust, and places the relay once again in the hold position. Right then, the driver is now going to completely remove their foot from the brake pedal. The signal is exhausted through the foot brake valve, and the air pressure under the piston from the brake chamber lifts the piston, opening the exhaust valve, allowing the air to be exhausted through the relay. The valve is once again in the off position. So looking at that, the relay valve is always either in the off, the on, or the hold position. And all this happens very quickly. And there we have it, the air brake relay, there to minimise the brake lag and speed up the application and release of the brakes. We'll have a look at more air brake components in other videos. Thanks for watching.